Welcome back to The Bloated Chef. I am Chef Jerome, an actual bloated chef. And before we get to today's informative and entertaining tutorial, please be sure to slap down on that like button, click the subscribe button, smash that notification bell, and share with the entire planet. Please keep your hands inside the ride at all times, and we thank you. And we are back. Welcome back to The Bloated Chef. Chef Jerome Judge here, aka Chef Big Head, and we are just in time for the big game. You know, that super sexy professional football game that happens either the first or second Sunday of every February only. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say it. Super Bowl. Anyways, we're thinking about large groups of people, so something easy to fill up people and make them happy. Nothing better than dumplings, and in this case, these little gems, these slice of Austria und Germany. Spätzle, that's right, 4 ingredients in the batter. How much easier can it be? Now, if you don't have one of these sexy Spätzle cutters, like I do, you can nip the end of a Ziploc bag and pipe it as if it was a pastry bag. You can use the large grind on your handheld cheese grater. Either way, as long as you're cutting those little gems, and as you can see, into that boiling bone broth that I made. You can use heavily salted water too, but as long as they're dropping in there, and as once they start floating to the top, all in one in a big cluster, they're ready to go. And don't waste this stuff. Scrape it all in there. Anything that drops into that water turns to dumpling. Yeah, righty then. A wee bit of olive oil to keep it from sticking, and on we go to our next step. I've got 1 pound of ground beef. You can use half and half beef and sausage if you please. Appropriately seasoned and cooked about 3/4 of the way. You don't want to cook it all the way. That is going to get mixed in with our Spätzle. We're going to do a poor man's version of stroganoff. Now then, down we go with 2 tablespoons of salted butter. We do want to infuse and flavor this Spätzle. It's got some nice broth built into it, but we also want to infuse it. So into our 2 tablespoons, we go with a teaspoon of fresh sage and a half teaspoon of fresh thyme. We will toast those a little bit, infuse that butter, and then quite simply, in goes our Spätzle dumplings. We'll toss those around and put a nice little sear on them. Yep. Okay. Now then, over medium to medium-high heat, we do a quick flash, put a nice light sear on these, and then in goes all that ground beef mixture, don't you know? Oh, for sure. Go ahead and get all that fat, all those flavors, all that seasoning. That's going to get soaked up by those little gems of Austrian and German joy. Next up, our beef slurry mix. Quite simply, 2 cups of beef broth, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch mixed with 1/4 cup, 4 tablespoons of water. Mixed together, makes a beautiful thickening agent. We will take a jar of that crap Alfredo. Don't forget to rinse it out and get it all in there, yeah? This could take the place of sour cream if you want, which is a true stroganoff, don't you know? Looking good, coming together beautifully, and we will finish this off with a couple of turns and a couple of steel ferns on the pepper mill. And here we go with some greenery, that being some green onion. Let's give this a final stir. Look at how creamy this thing has become. Thank you very much. Woo. Now, look at that. How many could you feed with that? 8? 10? Easily, right? Let's give this a test. Come on, let's get on this.
Yeah.
And another suggestion. That's right. Get your coals started. Get your smoker ready, right? Why not do some slow-cooked ribs? slow smoked, get your grates down. Or you could say, fuck all that nonsense. I'm going to show you a way to make oven smoked ribs. Look for my soon to come tutorial. Look at these bad boys. That's right. Chinese style cross-cut baby back ribs. A little bit of a Korean barbecue sauce. We're just finishing these on the grill. Those have gone 6 hours in the oven and are fantastic. Oh,
what?
There's some blanched corn. Guess where that's going? On the grill. You know, people like to do corn different ways. They'll wrap it in foil with butter and seasonings. I like to let mine sit in that butter water over low heat for about an hour till it just pulls in all that flavor, and then you start building your char on the grill. Look at these guys.
Cooking for the boys.
Look at this mess. Those ribs are pull-apart tender. Nice char marks. Check out the cheesy potato stacks. Tutorial forthcoming. That's... And then when you Gangster Rick, the housemate, throws down his black-eyed peas, ladies and gentlemen, we good. Now then, when all else fails, if you got a pizza oven like I do, you can do it. You can do whatever you want. In this case, I'm taking leftovers. Look at this. That is some leftover chili con carne with beans. That's correct. On top of some fresh hand-spun pizza dough. That's correct. We'll throw down a base of mozzarella, but we're basically going to make chili with cheddar and onions on a pizza. How does that sound? Yeah, I figured it did. Here we'll go down with some fresh buffalo mozzarella, little chunks left, why not? Chuck it all on there. Great way to utilize leftovers. Okay, here goes a wee bit of the cheddar cheese. It's a sharp Irish cheddar, of course. Who are you kidding? Of course it is. And of course we will finish it off the toppings with the ever so sweet Vidalia onions from right here in good old Georgia. All right, we're at maximum temperature of almost 950 and ready for the jump to hyperspace. But we're not going to do that. We've cranked it down to 725 to 750 because it's just going to burn the crap out of this thing. So 30 to 40 seconds later, we take a look, and it is time for a spin. Yeah, about every 15 to 25 seconds, when you have one of these bad boys, you've got to keep it moving. The bottom's getting cooked nicely. The top edges are getting browned nicely. Take a look at this. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. This is done. And how about this? Does that not look stunning? Little greenery for the scenery. And folks, we got a chili con carne pie. Yes. Or, if that's not good, look through my leftovers. I've got some prosciutto, which I have fried crisp. I have some beautiful fresh sage. Not seen is some crumbled blue cheese already down, and definitely not seen are some thin sliced figs. Figs, prosciutto, fresh sage, and mozzarella. For the first 30 to 40 seconds. Whoops! Little dark on one edge. Let's even it out. Oh, the bottom looks good. Nice leoparding. Let's see. We're done, I think. All right, let's give some coloration on this awesome looking dish. Now, this is not just greenery for the scenery. These green onions and these green onion bulbs are going to fight back very nicely against all the richness from that prosciutto, that mozzarella, that blue cheese, sweetness from the figs. This is all going to balance out really nice. Listen to that crust. And guess what? We didn't char it up too bad at all, actually. I rather prefer that. Yes, I do. Let's get a look at this. Beautiful gluten strands, nice poofy edges. I'm talking leoparding on the bottom. This might be an all-time winner. Let's listen. Bam! Well, we hope hope you enjoyed these few suggestions for a Super Bowl party, or just a party in general. We can't tell you how much your support and your love means to us. I personally can't wait till we get to 1,000+ subscriptions. We've got a big, robust charitable stream set up. 3 more than worthy charities are going to benefit from that, and we'll all be paying it forward. Peace and love to all.